I'm sure you have seen these guys. They are the life of the party on Beale Street. But when some of the Beale Street Flippers go home at night, they sometimes fight to stay on the right path. However, they still manage to be a bright spot in the midst of it all.
That's why you see guys flipping at 9, 10, 11 at night. Like, they just want $10 or $15 to get something to eat, to call it a night.
Whether you hear the claps, shoes pounding on the concrete, or the loud roars from the crowd, these guys are definitely hard to miss.
#1, baby, Beale Street Flippers.
The Beale Street Flippers have been a staple in the city of Memphis since 1986. You may see it as just an act of entertainment, snapping pictures and videos on your phone. But to them,
God bless you all.
This is much more than a show. It's a lifestyle.
We not just entertainment, we saving people's lives. You saving young black man's lives.
The Flippers are made up of about 40 people performing after school hours, starting at just 5 years old. Many from the worst parts of Memphis, joining the group as a way out, escaping gangs, crime, and poverty.
I ain't no telling what I'd be doing if it weren't for Beale Street.
The focus ain't how long we been out here. The focus is how many kids' lives we saving. Because 3 or 4 hours on the street with us, or 2 or 3 days out of town with us, 2 or 3 days, we done kept 4 or 5 to 10 people about the streets.
When Rodriguez Bonds was just 5 years old, he started flipping, creating the Beale Street Flippers as a young entrepreneur. As an 11-year-old boy, Bonds was flipping down Beale Street with Tom Cruise in the movie The Firm. He started this big movement, incorporating others, developing a brotherhood. Well, that brotherhood came face to face with tragedy last year.
He was laying 5 feet in front of me in a pool of blood.
One of the original flippers, Jesse Williams, was gunned down at an apartment complex in South Memphis.
Jay Will, you know what I'm talking about?
It was terrible. I spent 10 years traveling with Jesse. And we all met up, we all went straight to Regional 1 and met up there, and it was tough couple of days.
This, the very reason why flippers keep doing what they are doing, hoping they can fight the streets, saving one member at a time.
Soon they leave us, they got 1 million people they talking to. They got to go back home to families. They got to go back home to the same hoods. They got to come back home to the same community, same friends. So screen them in the right direction. We do our part, or we try, but they have choices.
Bonds does his best to stay on them. They all have rules: no guns, no drugs, and no bad grades.
It keep me doing something positive.
That's the first thing I ask. Hey man, how's school going?
The Beale Street Flippers want to be acknowledged as much more than an act here on Beale Street. They travel year-round, performing at events, NBA and college games, parties, and even weddings.
To me, the most rewarding aspect of it is to take guys who've never been out of the city of Memphis, first time on an airplane.
Rollin Riggs, the Flippers manager, says some of these men had never even had an ID. That's just one of a lot of firsts. The tips they earn flipping allows them to pay their first bill or rent their first apartment.
Most of the kids that we get is the kids that you see begging at the stores, or you see the kids that been in trouble. So we try to bring them along, scram along on Beale Street. You see the kids that walking at 12 o'clock at night, 16, 17 years old. So you be like, hey man, come here. Where your parents?
And I argued with one of my little buddies. And Rodriguez walked up, he like, nah, that ain't what we doing right here.
That's it, the Beale Street Flippers, saving kids' lives and helping them become men who no longer have to battle the streets.
Without Beale Street, we'll be, girl, we'll be somewhere else.
Well, just a few years ago, the group was named as one of the most popular halftime shows. Well, if you're interested in booking them for your entertainment, you can head to our website, that's WREG.com, and click the link to this story. In the meantime, though, if you know someone or something you would like us to feature on Bright Spot, you could just send me an email, that's Symone.Woolridge@WREG.com, or just message me on Facebook.
What a story.
I was going to say, what'd you guys think?
No, loved it. And first of all, just shout out to Rodriguez.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because
absolutely.
People don't realize, yes, it's entertainment for you and it's fun to watch, but they are literally saving lives. And I say shout out to him because he had an entrepreneurial spirit at a younger age, and we have to recognize those things in our community.
Right.
It's been a staple of the Mid-South for so long. I didn't realize how far back this goes. I mean,
know.
We're talking 10, 20 years.
And I think a lot of people don't realize the backstory, too.
Yes.
Because when I was talking to them, they're like, well, people just think that we just flip and then we just go home.
And that's
but
not it.
They survive off, tips.
Yeah.
So.
Yes.